And check in with your body here. Check in with your breath. And this is a great place to be able to feel your breath. Let your breath, your breath push your belly into the floor. And starting to lengthen that breath out. And instead of just pushing the breath down into the belly, press it out into the barrel of the torso. Maybe pressing the breath into the back side of the body, into the back of the ribs. And preparing for your practice today, preparing your space. So as you lift your left leg, reach it back behind you, like as if someone's holding onto your ankle and giving you a little traction and pulling it back. Maybe rock it a little side to side. And then take it down. And the right side, lift it just a little bit. It doesn't have to be very high, but it's reaching. It's more about the reach than anything. And then take it down. Great, bend both knees so your toes are pointing towards the sky, and rock your legs side to side. Windshield wiper legs. Good, take those arms out into a T. And your head is just hovering. Legs are still flopping side to side. Good, take the legs out. Lift the heart a little bit into a little cobra and slide those elbows under into a little sphinx. And get a little movement. Relax your buns. Slide the arms back out into a T, bringing the heart back down. Bend that left knee and flip it over the right one. So your twist, so that the left foot comes to the floor and the knee points towards the sky. I'm just getting a little flip and then come back to the belly. Bend the right knee, roll over a little bit, just a little bit, so we have a little shoulder stretch as that right foot comes to the floor behind you. The right knee is pointing towards the sky, and then come back to the floor. Good, let's do that again. Bend the left knee, flip it over so that it comes to the floor, looking over the left shoulder. And come back to the belly. One more on the right side. Bend the right knee, flip it over the left one. Good, knees pointing towards the sky, and come back to your belly. Let those hands slide under your shoulders. Lift into a nice little cobra, and then let's peel it up. A higher cobra all the way up and back into cat and cow. So position yourself for a nice cat and cow. Close your eyes. Do what feels good for your spine here, even if it's not just the regular old cat and cow. Maybe it's a jump roping motion with your spine. Doing some nice spinal warm-ups, whatever feels good. Good, come back to the center, take one more cat. Tuck your toes under and come back to your downward dog. Oh my, calves. Pedal those poor heels out. The calves will stretch, so just alternating legs. Straighten, bend, straighten and bend. Tapping into those calves. Spread your toes out super wide and come up to your toes. Stretch out the feet and take the heels back down. Great, walk those hands back towards your feet. Forward fold, let it all dangle here. And again, straighten and bend the knees. So we're just kind of alternating, stretching the legs out a little bit here. Good, back to the center. Push your feet down so we can roll up. So we come all the way up, the arms will come out and up. Oh, a little tiny bend back. But then come to a nice neutral place where we can, or daily beat the drum. Arms kind of like empty coat sleeves. Wrap them around the body. Looking over your shoulders. Okay, come on back into the center. Take another big inhale up. Have a seat into chair. And let's get some circles with the knees. So the knees are moving around the feet. Big circles. And a few of the other direction. And getting onto the outside edges of the feet with these as well. Good, back to the center. Let the knees swing side to side. Coming to the edges of the feet again. We're warming up the ankles and the knees. Good, back to the center. We'll sweep those arms up, straight legs. Forward fold, exhale, come on down. Good, let's walk forward into a plank pose. Now remember you all, this is your time to take care of your body. So if you need to do plank with your knees down, go for it. Keep them up or down, that's up to you, wherever you want to be today. Take a breath in here. As you exhale, let's come back to downward dog. Doing that again. Inhale, come on forward into plank. Exhale, back into downward dog. Again, inhale, plank. Exhale, downward dog. This time as you come forward into plank, come all the way down, but take your knees first before, as we're still warming up. But you take your knees down for a moment, then slowly come all the way down. You're gonna bring those arms out into a T, then the left knee, flip it over the right foot, and open the left arm if your right arm would like you to. Watch your shoulders, be gentle on your right shoulder, come back to the center. Then the right knee, flip it over the left one, take the right foot to the floor, maybe the right arm goes up, maybe not, maybe that's too much for that left shoulder, and then bring it down, back to the center. Little cobra as we slide the hands in, take that into a high cobra, we're still warming the back, and take it back, tuck the toes right into downward dog or child's pose if you'd like. Warming up with a little mandala salutation so that right heel softens towards the floor. Lift the left one up, rolling the ankle a few times in both directions. Let's take that left knee, bend it for a moment, lifting the knee to the sky. Right heel to the floor, left knee to the sky. Big breath in. And let's lunge that left foot between the hands. Starting out with a twist. So the left arm goes up. And left arm comes down, reaches underneath the right one. Two more of those. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, reach it down and under. Good, one more. Left arm up. Great, this time bring the hands down. Find your balance here on the ball of that right foot as you come up. Good, arms up. Leaning to your left just a little bit. So we're in a high lunge. Crescent lunge, lean to your left, nice big stretch down that right side, a lot of balancing here, and it's going to get more balancing like. Bring those hands to the heart as you lean forward. Warrior 3, the right leg lifts up behind you. Maybe it just comes off the ground a little bit, maybe it comes a lot of it, that's up to you. Remember, you're taking care of your body today. Let those hands come to the floor as that right leg goes up to the sky, taking the forehead closer to your left shin and the crown of the head to the floor, with that right heel to the sky. This is called standing straddle splits. Big breath in here. Bend that left knee, take the right one way back into a lunge, but turn to your right. All the way to your right. Forward fold with wide legs. Let those toes turn in. And keeping your legs straight, just rock your hips. Maybe bring your hands forward a little bit if you'd like. Rock your hips side to side. Get some movement into the pelvis. Good. So doing all that on the other side, let's turn towards the right. Open that right foot towards the back of the mat. And we're just going to do the exact same thing that we did the other direction, just now facing backwards. So you might not be facing the screen, and that's okay. Just listen. We're doing the exact same thing. So right arm goes up, inhale. Exhale, the right hand comes down and underneath the left one. Reach towards the left. 2 more of those. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, bring it through, reach it under. Good. 1 more up to the sky. Good. Bring that right hand down to the floor. Find your balance here in your lunge. Come all the way up for a standing crescent lunge. So arms up to the sky. Reach to your right a little bit. So side bend to the right. Long breath here. As you come back, we're going right into warrior 3. So hands to the heart. Lean forward. We'll let that left leg lift into a warrior 3. Nice long breaths. Again, maybe that left foot just tickles the floor. And let's bring the hands down to the floor. The left leg goes up, forehead towards the knee. Big breaths, big stretch, big breaths. Good. Take that left foot way back again into your lunge, way back. Bring the hands to the floor. This time, 3-legged dog. So as you step the right foot back, bring the right leg up to the sky. Roll that right ankle a few times in each direction. Let's bend the right knee for just a nice big breath, just a brief moment here. And then plank pose, so take that right foot to the floor. Come on forward into plank. Good, back into downward dog. And forward into plank. One more time, back into downward dog. And plank pose. As you come forward, this time come all the way down to the floor. Take a little cobra as we bring those arms out into a T again. We'll bend the right knee, flip it over the left one. Take the right foot to the floor. Maybe the right arm comes up, maybe it doesn't. And then come back to your belly. Other side, so the left knee bends, flips over the right side. Comes to the floor. Maybe the left arm lifts up, maybe not. And come back to your belly. And a little cobra, lifting the heart as the hands slide under the shoulders, coming back up to plank. And downward dog, come on back. Good. Right heel softens towards the floor. Let's take that left leg up. And lunging the left foot into the hands. Left arm goes back to the sky for our nice twist. Now let's bring that left hand down. Finding our crescent lunge again. So find your balance. Come all the way up, reaching towards the sky. And leaning slightly to the left on this one. Coming back, we'll bring the hands to your heart, leaning forward. Warrior 3, lift that right leg up way behind. Hands to the floor, standing straddle split, so the right leg goes up, forehead towards the left knee. You can always use your blocks here. And now the tricky part. So we're adding a little something to this round. As you start to lift your heart, bring the right knee into your chest and come all the way upright, standing on the left leg. Right knee comes up into your chest. All right, so back into our lunge. So slowly moving back to warrior three, stepping the right foot back. Now turning to your right, wide legs and forward fold. So we're turning towards the right, turning the toes in, gently bowing forward. Again, the hands are out front a little bit. This time, rock your knees side to side a few times. All right, back into the center. Okay, so all that will do, facing the other direction, so turn open towards the right. Open that right foot to lunge. On the ball of the left foot, lift that right arm up. Take the right hand down into a crescent lunge, so find your balance. Come all the way up. Bring the arms up. And leaning to the right just a little bit. Okay, bring those hands back to the heart. Warrior three, balancing on the right side as we lift up. And hands to the floor. Left leg goes up. Crown of the head down. Take a breath here. And we'll take that left knee in as you start to come up. All the way, whoa, back up to standing, hands to the heart again. Left knee up into the chest. At this time, take that left leg down next to its friend. Take a big breath in, both arms up. And bowing into fold, forward fold. Come on down. Good, walking it back into downward dog. Moving forward into our plank. And back into downward dog. This is kind of our thing here. So come forward into plank again. Now this time, decide if you want to lift your right foot or not. Not high, just a little bit. And then come back to downward dog. One more time, come forward. Decide if you want to lift your other foot, your left one. And back to downward dog. Good, come forward. One more plank. This time coming all the way down to the floor. Good, take a nice little cobra. Let the legs lift. And let the arms come out into a T. Bring the hands back under the shoulders as we peel it up. And come on back into child's pose. Good. Come up slowly. Let your toes scoop under. Let the hips shift back a little, stretching the bottoms of the feet. And coming forward into plank. So you can again do it on your knees or straight legs. Good, downward dog. Take 3 nice big breaths here. Great, let's let those hands walk back to the feet. Let it roll up. Just let it come up nice and slow. Good. Arms will come out, big reach up. And bring those hands back down to the heart. Good. Let the hands come down. Behind the back, lace them together and opening up across the chest without the ribs popping out. So the pubic bone comes forward, the ribs, bottom ribs go down and in. Just across the shoulders are getting the stretch. If this is challenging to bring your hands together, then just bring the strap. Use a strap or something. You can use your blanket or a block even will work too. Good. Exhale, sitting back into a chair. Let's sweep those arms forward and up. Inhale. And exhale, hands to the heart. Weight to the left leg. Take that right knee, lift it up. Single leg squat. I like to call this chicken pose. I don't know why. Should be more like flamingo pose. Straightening the left leg as we stand tall again on that left leg. Right knee pulls up into the chest. As we reach it forward, and then pull it back in again to the knee into the elbow rather. Reach it forward, and then knee to elbow. Good, open the knee wide out to the right. Now tree pose without the connection. So without bringing our foot to the leg, it's just standing there, but we're continuously opening this right hip and lifting the right knee up. Breathing here. Let's bring the right leg forward again. Bend the left knee as we reach the right leg forward like we're taking a big step. That's exactly what we're doing, taking the right foot down. Good. From here, warrior three. So weight to the right leg, left leg lifts behind us. Bringing the left knee back into the chest as we stand tall on the right side. Same thing on this side. So pulling that left knee in. Lift, lift, lift. And we'll straighten it out, maybe down at a diagonal. And then pull the knee in. Good. Do that again. Straighten it. Pull the knee in. This time, open the left knee. Tree without the connection here. Left knee opens, opens. Lifts and opens. And letting that left knee come back in. Again, bend the right knee, single leg squat, straightening the left leg out. We're taking one more big step forward. This time the legs will go straight. So both legs both feet on the floor. Both legs straight, bowing forward here. You might need a block for this one. Under your hands. Pyramid pose, both legs straight. And today, think about a long spine. In order to do that, you can see that, oh, maybe you can't see, it's hard to see here, but if I just reach my crown and my head forward, I get this little sway in my back, and my core is not working. So I'm going to pull my lower belly in, drop my toe in a little bit, and then exhale into this a little bit more, depending on how my body feels today. So straight legs, we're breathing into the back of that left leg. Good, then that left knee. And we'll start to come upright, all the way up. Right foot, so arms out and up. We're gonna bring the hands to the heart, and then let's take that right foot, the right knee, I should say, back up into the chest. This time, stretch the right leg way back into a long lunge and warrior two legs, so opening up to the side body. Good, get some circles in that left knee, coming to the edges of the foot. So what we're doing again is working the ankle, warming up, finding load in different angles on the foot, other side, other direction. Good, come right back into the center, legs, warrior two legs. We'll bring the left arm up for a reverse or side warrior, peaceful warrior. Left elbow above the knee. Right arm goes up for side angle. And triangle pose, just straightening everything, opening up. Good, let's do that 2 more times. So side warrior, left arm goes up, inhaling. Exhale, we got the left elbow above the knee, right arm up and over. Side angle. And triangle pose, straightening everything out. Good, one more time through our little flow today. Left arm up. Left elbow above the knee, right arm over. Take a moment to breathe here. Let that left knee open, long right side body here. And then triangle pose, so straightening everything to what your triangle pose feels like today. Good, come all the way up. Bend that left knee again. And then straighten it as we turn the left foot in and forward fold, wide legs, come on back down. Good, adjusting your feet so the toes are in slightly more than the heels are. Hands will walk back a little bit. Drop the crown of the head. Good. Engage your legs. So push your legs down so that we can come up. The legs do the work. Let's open the feet a little bit so we can reach the arms up, sitting back into our peace squat or temple pose. So knees are opening. Big breaths. Push the floor away, so push down and come up slowly. Good. Let's bring the arms out and up. Wiggle those feet together, heel, toe, the feet together. Hands come back down. Let's turn back towards the front of the mat and come to the back of your mat. Good, nice big breaths. Before we do the other side, just checking in. I'm going to turn around so that you can see my front body and not my back side during the other side. So you stay where you are. Take a couple big breaths, centering and grounding before we move into the other side. And a nice big inhale, reach those arms up. Exhaling, let's have a seat into chair pose. Great, weight to the right leg. Lift that left knee up and into the elbow. We'll straighten the right leg. Here's our flamingo or chicken pose. Lift that left knee up. Straightening it out, maybe lifting it a little higher as you straighten it. Bend the right knee, let's take a big step forward. Slowly with that left foot. We'll take the left foot down, right leg comes up behind us for warrior three. A lot of warrior three today. This is warrior 3 week, I think. As the right knee comes up into the chest, come all the way back up. Standing tall on the left leg, lift that right knee up high. And we'll straighten the right leg again. This time, maybe lift it higher. Bending the left knee, we'll take that right leg down into a nice big step forward so both legs are straight. Pyramid pose here, so bowing forward, straight legs. Again, this is where you'll use your block so we can get a little bit of length out of the spine. Nice big stretch. Honor the back of that right leg, whatever it feels like it needs today. Good. As you bend the right knee, start to come up. Use your legs. Bring the arms out and up. Hands will come back to the heart as we bring that left knee up into the chest one more time. So peel it up. It comes all the way up. And warrior two, but take your time. So reaching that left leg back. Find your warrior two legs. And once we get here, rolling that right knee a few times, rolling on the outside edges of the feet a few times. And then a few times the other way. And right back here into the center warrior two legs. Let's take our side warrior or peaceful warrior. Right arm goes up. So move through our little flow here. And side angle, taking that right elbow above the knee. Left arm goes up and over. Right into triangle pose, so straightening everything out. Great, let's do that again. So come on up, bending the right knee. We'll take right into side warrior. Parshvavirabhadrasana. Side angle, taking the right elbow down. Left arm up and over, opening the right knee. And then straightening everything out. Good, one more time, so come back to warrior two. We're gonna hold them for an extra breath this time. Right arm goes up. Side warrior, taking a few breaths here. And then right elbow down above the knee. Left arm up and over, really long left side body here. And triangle pose, straightening it all out. Take your time, coming up nice and slow. Let's curl that right foot in. And folding down, forward fold. Let those hands come out. Be shifting and rocking as your body would like you to today. And if you have a block, grab a hold of it and bring it under your hands. And let's take the right hand to the block, left arm to the left hip, and turn open that left shoulder. And let's come back down. Left hand to the block, right hand to the right hip, turning open the right shoulder. And coming back down. Good. From here, let's turn towards the front of your mat, wherever that is. For me, it's the left. For you, it's probably the right. Step it back, downward dog. Come on forward into plank. Maybe the right leg lifts. And back into downward dog. Forward into plank. Maybe the left leg lifts. Maybe, maybe not. And downward dog. Come on forward one more time. And all the way down to the floor. Take a nice breath here. Bringing those elbows out into our Sphinx pose again. Nice passive back bend. Close your eyes. Lengthen a little through the crown of the head. And then starting to bring the gaze up towards the sky. Then bring the chin slowly back down. Let's do that again. Slowly bringing the gaze up to the sky as much as what feels good. And letting the chin come back down. All right, good, back into neutral. Swing those elbows out so we can come down slowly. Hands under the shoulders, peeling it up. And come on back into your child's pose. Nice wide knees here. As you come up to all fours, walk those hands way over to the right side. Reach the left arm off towards the right as the left hip comes back towards the heel, left side. Nice side bend child's pose here. Come on up, nice and slow. Let's do that on the other side. Walk the hands way over to the left. Reaching the right arm away, sinking back into that side bending child's pose. Okay, come on up and come back into the center. Twisting the other direction again now. So thread the needle, bring the right arm forward a little bit. Left arm goes through. Take that left shoulder and head to the floor, twisting over the right shoulder a little bit. Right, come on out of that side. Let's do the other side. So left hand comes forward a little bit, right arm goes through. Shoulder and head to the floor. Right, take that side out. And with the hands down, bring them forward just a hair, not quite into a plank on the knees, but almost a plank on the knees. I want your buns a little higher. So if I was plank on the knees, I would be here, but I want to be a little more here. So that my weight is forward onto my hands, but not all of my weight, not the whole, however percentage of the weight comes forward there. So come into a place that feels good. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and then pull them apart, keeping your elbows straight. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and pull them apart. So keep going, nice and slow. Good, when you're finished, come on back, child's pose. This time, bring the hands to your sides. Good, all right, starting to lift the heart. So we are going to do a pigeon pose, and I know a few of you on here today have some cranky knees, so I want you guys to take care of your knees, as always. And we'll do a pigeon pose. Let's do the left side forward first. Or an alternative to our pigeon today is to come around and sit on your butt. So one option is just pigeon, left side here. Otherwise, if you have a cranky knee and you're just not feeling it this morning, come onto your butt and take your left ankle to your right knee, and then bend the right knee. So we're here, we're in the figure 4, but sitting, right? Or pigeon. this way. Whatever works for you, whatever your body wants you to do today. Right, that's the number one thing, is that you take care of yourself wherever it is. And we've been working this week a little bit on balancing and control. So you can use your block, and I'll grab mine here, or not, right? Up to you. So pulling the knees in towards each other. So this is if you're in this position, this pigeon pose. If you're in on your butt, don't worry about it. Just enjoy that nice stretch. Maybe rock your knees a little bit. So if you're here, pull your knees towards each other and start to lift. Now again, you can use your block to hold and balance, or lifting up, pulling everything towards each other here. Lower belly's pulling in. We're nice and strong in our lower half. Relax it down. Let's switch sides. So if you're in actual pigeon pose, come on back to downward dog to switch. If you're in figure 4 on your buns, then just switch legs. Just enjoying your pigeon stretch on this side, whatever that feels like for you. Another breath or two. And then adding your block or the squeeze, right? The legs towards each other, pull the knees in. We get that lift, we can come up. One side's inevitably always easier than the other. But pull it all together. Lower belly's in, core strong, legs are working. And come down nice and slow. Take your time. Good. Come on out of that. We'll slide the legs around. Now you can decide what direction you face. I'm going to turn around so I face this way. All right, so we're going to our back here. So come on down. Rock the knees, settle in. Settle in. Okay, let's add a twist here. So take your right ankle. Actually, first bring your arms into a T. Take your right ankle to your left knee. And let that right foot fall over towards the left. So that the left foot or the right foot comes down to the left side. And just take some breaths. Come on back to the center. Let's do that on the other side. So bring the left ankle to the right knee in. Let it drop over to the right side. Big breaths. Good, come on back. Now, going through a few poses that are pretty typical for the end of my classes, just so we hit all the muscles. We stretch everything we need to. So take your block under your butt if you have one. If not, you can do this with your buns on the floor. And this is that stretch that the top of the leg, the thighs here, and then the hip flexors in here, your psoas. So it's really intense when you're on the block for some of us. So you can always come down off the block if it's too intense up here on the block. So take your left foot behind your right leg and let that left knee soften towards the floor. Okay, let's lift that left knee up. Bring it up to the sky. Just the left leg up to the sky. And let it open to the left. Use your arms as balancing. And then pull it back up. Use your inner thigh. Pull it back up. And then take that left foot to the floor. We'll bring the right foot behind the left one, letting the right knee soften towards the floor. And let's do that on the other side. So bring that right leg up to the sky. We'll let it open to the right. Use those inner thighs. Bring it back up. Good, send both legs up there now. Option to just stay here in this nice rest pose, all right? Just to enjoy looking at your toes. Wiggle them around a little bit. Since we're not allowed to get pedicures, you can look at your toes and see if you need a at-home pedicure. And open those legs nice and wide if you want, but slow. Do it slow. Take your time. Let the legs come open. And then use the inner thighs to bring them back together, but take your time. Actually, the slower you go, the more effective this is. I went a little fast on that one. So let's do it one more time. So let them open nice and slow. And we'll bring them back together. Good. Take those knees, bend those knees. Let's take the feet down to the floor. And as we come down to the floor, so take the block out, lift up and do a little bridge, take that block out and come on down. I think it's time. Check. I have a clock down here. I need to get a clock down here. So it's time for you to pick one more pose that is just for you today. What pose does your body want today to end your practice with? What does that look like for you? Does it look like a bridge? Does it look like a bound angle with the soles of your feet together? You could even combine those and do a bound angle bridge with the soles of your feet together, lifting your buns up off the floor. Maybe it's a twist. Maybe you bring one knee in and you twist to one side or the other. What does that last pose look like for you today? Maybe it's a happy baby. And take about 2 more breaths. And whatever pose you need for yourself today. And making our way back to relaxation. And whatever that looks like for you too. So for me, I like a blanket over my belly and my thighs. You can put pillows or blankets behind your knees. Put something under your head, although I really encourage laying flat on the floor. Let your arms come out to your sides, palms facing up today. As you get cozy, deepen your breath, close your eyes. Start to settle back. Start to feel your body relax. Find a place in your body today. You can feel life. You can feel pulsations. You can feel maybe the heart beating. Becoming aware of the presence of attention in your body. Paying attention to attention itself. Paying attention to presence. Allowing your body to rest in this awareness, this place of attention and presence. Taking a few moments here to just notice the earth beneath you supporting you. Just feel its support. Feel your body being held. Take a few deep breaths. After 2 or 3 more, and start to wake yourself back up. Start to bring those little movements in, those little wiggles, little stretches and reaches. Reach your arms up and over. Take your feet to the floor. Let your knees rock a few times. Take a big grizzly bear stretch. Roll on over to your right side this morning. Hang out there. Stay there for a few moments in the fetal position and just be with your breath for a few moments. A few more moments. Our time together. When you feel ready to come up, slowly start to bring yourself up to a comfortable seat and close your eyes when you come up here for a moment, just to keep it inside, keep it internal, keep it peaceful as we come together. Separate forms, but together. Your palms come up to your heart for a moment and just really grateful for each other's company, companionship, for our friendships, for our loved ones. I'm really thankful for hugs lately and feeling like I might emerge from this quarantine a more huggy person than I already was. And I really appreciate you guys being here today, sharing your practice with me and showing up on the mat, enjoying your body movement, enjoying your breath. Thank you, friends. Namaste.